Well, why would they not say what type of wood this is on the sticker? So here is a coat rack I bought, I believe, late summer this year from a thrift store. I think it was like $7. This wood is foreign wood. I don't know what type of wood it is. It's heavy wood. So if any of you guys can see what type of wood that is, it would be great to hear in the description. That's how you can get some foreign wood that you want to try carving from thrift stores, because back in the day you could ship any type of wood you wanted across the world, but now it's like customs. It's harder to get foreign wood, and it's more expensive, if that makes sense, because thieves stealing out of the forest, cutting down trees and stuff like that. So now this, I've been thinking about it for a bit. So I thought, what I did think of, like, you can see this is a shelf up in here, like a little cubby thing where you put your keys and stuff. What I was thinking of doing, you see the hangers are on the back already? What I was thinking about doing was spinning it like this, carving some trees in here, or maybe an eagle head, or some mountains, and putting some little holes for those fruity little tea lights, make it a tea light holder thing. That's kind of the easy way out. But I was talking with my buddy Larry Dibbs this morning from Wowsy Workshop there, and well, it's not this morning, it's 1 in the afternoon right now. I was talking to him, and I asked him his opinion. He said, it's just kind of a shame to waste this little cubby thing for people to put their stuff in when they're hanging their coat. Maybe they could put their keys up there or whatever, their beer or whatever they got there. Let's just leave it at that. So it would be much easier for me to carve this as the tea light holder thing. But Larry says it would be such a shame to waste that little cubby, whatever you call it, shelf thing up there. Now, I carved a shelf like this before for just Rob's carvings. I still got to hang it up. It's a bitch, because when you're trying to remove wood up here, you got this shelf up here, and how you got it takes a long time, and it's a pain in the butt because you can't spin your piece around. You kind of got to work. The only way you can carve it is like this or like this. It sucks to carve it like this, and well, it kind of sucks to carve it like this. And I'm just showing you guys my struggles, my thoughts. And I said another thing to Larry Dibbs too. I said, well, like if you carve it here, once people hang their coats up and stuff like that, you're not even going to see the carving. I don't know what you hang coat racks at. Maybe they could hang it a little bit higher so they could see the carving. So it was Larry's idea that I carve kind of carving fusion style, mountains here, mountains here, mountains here, and then the rising sun or the sinking moon, whatever you want to say. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's what Jordy, this is more like Jordy, what were you thinking? There is some wood filler in here. You guys get a better look at this view now? Maybe it's like zebra wood or something. Let's give you a better, I don't know what type of wood this is. It did have a clear coat on it. I sanded off the clear coat when I got it back home. Let's see if it's on the back. Oh, so here we go. It says something on the back. Wipe soft with dry cloth. Made in, is that Indonesia? India. Made in India. There you go. So now you know where you got this wood from. This wood comes right from India. Why don't they say what type of wood this is? Well, why would they not say what type of wood this is on the sticker? So it's made in India, so you know it's a foreign wood because, well, you don't know because, anyways, they're shipping Canadian wood all over the world. It just makes no sense. Then we got to pay $5,000 for a little piece of wood like this. But anyways, that's politics for you. But I don't get into that. Um, this wood could come from Thailand, but it was assembled in India. Don't know. It's foreign wood. I guess I'll draw the mountains on, and you know, mountains. You can draw them on so they have points. But if you look at real pictures of mountains, they don't like I. This is my own flaw that I'm talking about, and I'm talking about how I can do better mountains. So they're just not like boom a point, boom a point. Yeah, it says they're mountains, but they're more rounded. Whatever. I'll draw this on. So there you can see I got my template drawn on. Don't pay attention to these lines. These lines are just like inside these mountains. They're just to give me some ideas how I'm going to make things flow. I used a lampshade to circle this out. So you guys can probably tell that I'm not too, don't sound too, what would be too confident or enthusiastic about carving this because I know it looks simple to carve, but I know how much this thing gets in the way. And it's hardwood. So now, one thing I was looking for is like Kutzall has those little bits that are like little saws. I don't have any little. It would be great to have like a little skill saw blade thing. You can buy those too that go in your Dremels. So I looked through my burr drawer and I found this from Ram Products. This is like the micro carver Ram. It's like a little burr, like a saw burr. It's like a diamond burr, but I think it's a bit more aggressive. So that little bit goes on here. So then I can lay it flat, and then I can get my hand piece here. Don't pay attention to what's on it right now, but I can go nice and perfect around the lines, right? Do around the lines. Then you got your start cut. Then, after I get the lines all done, I want to go about Gurdeep says go about that deep. Then I want to remove some of this wood back here. So this would be layers if you're thinking about like, it's layers. So we want this mountain to look forward from this mountain to look forward from the mountain way back there, the sun or the moon I might paint this red and paint the mountains black. We want the moon to look like it's pushed back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. If that makes sense to you. Anyways, because this moon has to be carved, this has to be carved in front of the moon. And this needs to be carved in front of this. And this needs to be carved in front of that. You only need to take off a little tiny bit from layers and slope it like a slow, like when you look at the piece on an angle like this, you'll be able to see the slope. But when you're looking at it straight on, it will just look like layers. I'm starting to see triples. I need to refill my coffee. Okay, so here you can see I got it set up. I got the thing on the little cutting burr on here. Now, it's going to be tricky getting into. Anyways, just get her done. Get her done. It's working pretty good. I'll get this done. I got to put my dust mask on. Whew. So I must say I was pretty impressed with this bit here. It done a fine job, and it saved the day. Ram Products, I'm not affiliated with, well, I'm affiliated with them. We're just kind of like partners. I don't make anything if you guys buy their tools. So let's see here. See the thickness that I got in there? I don't know if you can see it, but I got this background pushed up. The more you take this background from these mountains and slope it back so you don't see any cut bumps in there, the better it's going to look. Now, this mountain here, see here, right here, we want, this will be a forward mountain. So 1, 2, 3, okay, one starts closest to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we need to do is, I think I'll be able to twist this piece around now to use a Kutzall burr. What we need to do is we need to taper this cut here and make it like that. So when you're looking at it straight on, you can't tell you've done that, right? Because if you just do a little cut like this at that angle, you're going to see a big cut bump there. Like I say on lots of my wood spirit videos, it's like a slow, this would be like, I want to carve a slow uphill on this, like that. Taper it in underneath this mountain. Might even be able to do some undercuts with this bit too. Yes, and you know, the background is still bumpy. I don't know if you guys can see too well on this video. Let's see here. But it still needs to slope back more. But there's good ways to hide that. You know, like I'm going to do a textured background, I believe, with like a burr like this, one of the round ones, and just bam, 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 bam. So it might look like stars once we get our paint on there, whatever we're going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do off screen now is I'm going to slope those back. I might start off, let's see here. I know this is crazy, but yeah, okay, so I got room there. So now I got this Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. If you guys want to get these Kutzall burrs, go to the description below. And I'm going to go like this with my Dremel, and I'm going to cut along this line, push this mountain back. Then I got to do here with the sun. Then I got to do here with the mountain and push this all back. Does that make sense to you? I don't know. I don't know what else I can say besides the more that you carve back and make it so it's not like a round bump in there, and smooth that out inside here, especially in between these places, right? The better it's going to look. And this, everything is just my opinion. So if you look at this piece now, so there's the mountains, 4 mountains, well, a little one down there. Now I stop, I look and see what, like this looks tapered back pretty good. It was probably easier for me to get at. It's so much easier to carve a coat hanger without a top shelf or a bottom shelf on it. It's like a piece of wood, boom, boom, carve it. It's easy to get in there to remove all that wood. But now if you look at this, you can see there's a bump there. See that bump? I still got to take more of that wood away. I got to feather it in. I can't get my arm there, but it's coming though. It's coming along. Where's the coat rack anyways? We don't need to see that. But, you know, your mountains can have like little nooks and crannies. Let's see here. So these are pretty basic mountains, but you can have like a gully kind of coming down here if you want. That doesn't really work, but let's see. Like even this one, like I can make it so like there's a mountain pushed forward back from that one there. But I think I'm going to leave them pretty well basic because this is a lot harder wood than I'm used to carving, and it's a pain in the butt. And 100%, this is Jordy. What were you thinking? Damn you, Larry Dibbs. Damn you. I'll get that smoothed out. I'll get this stuff more smoothed out the best I can. Then we'll, like that bump in there, see that needs to go. I need to do more in there. Then we'll maybe do some background. I'm thinking about just kind of making it look like it's possibly wind with this burr here, this metalworking burr that I do beard hairs with. I just kind of do some cuts like this. But if you're going to use a burr like this, you got to be able to make it look like it's behind the sun, right? So you're going to have to do some undercuts. So I think this burr might be good to, I can undercut all around this moon. But once you do the undercuts, then you got to remove more wood. So you don't see that bump there. Those bumps drive me nuts. They drive me freaking nuts. Hey, what are you doing there? Get out of here. Okay, bye. So I did the background with that aluminum cutting burr. Get them in packs of 10. Where's that other little burr? Oh, here we go. I had another little tiny burr to get in there. It's like a little metal. Oh, here we go. Little metalworking burr. So when you get close to the edge, you can. It comes in a metalworking burr set. Sets of 20, I think, the tiny ones. You get in there and just kind of carry on these lines. I hit this with Scotch-Brite. Where'd it go? Oh, no. I hit it with the Scotch-Brite pad on a sanding mandrel. Then when I did all this, I sanded it with this sanding mandrel with Scotch-Brite on my Dremel. Turn your Dremels down. If you're going to use that, you'll fry your Dremels. Now, if you look at this piece, when I was looking on it sitting there, you can see how this is just sloped back and it kind of just looks like it's there 2D or whatever. You can also, what's that there? Oh, it's just a knot or something. You can also hide your background bumps by carving the background deeper when you're carving it, if that makes sense. What are you doing in my hand? I don't know. What are you doing in your hand? I don't know. So when I'm looking at this piece, drinking my coffee, which is I'm out, I don't know what you guys see here. What do you see? You see mountains and a rising sun or a sinking moon? What I see with this dartboard, this line here, I see the ocean's end. You know, like here would be some sand, the white stuff. Sinking sun at the ocean's end. You know? But I've carved deep here. Deeper here and then here and all these cuts. So if I would have seen that when I first started, I would have added that into the carving. But can you guys see what I'm talking about? Like didn't have all this stuff carved here. Then just did this and put some waves and stuff in here. And did the background. So there you go. There's an idea. Use a darker board than a lighter board and do that. Anyway, instead of wasting you guys' time, I'm going to paint that moon. This is going to be a moon, sinking moon. With this shitty paint that I got left. I'm going to paint it red. Then I burn it. I'm going to burn. This is hardwood, so it holds a burn really good. So I'm going to burn, like we're going to get some effects. I'm going to burn the background really deep. Okay. Then I'm going to hit the background with the Scotch-Brite or the sanding mandrel. But before I burn it, I got this black paint, dollar store acrylic paint. I'm going to paint in here a little bit because when you hold your torch here, your little torch, when you got your undercut, it's not going to burn inside that undercut. I'm sorry, you're just going to melt your wood away. You're fine hard tips, hard edges, right? So it's better just to get some paint in there because then when you burn that paint that's in there, it's going to burn the hard edge away when you sand it. Carry on. Okay, some of you might be like, wow, that looks like shit. Well, it kind of does look like shit. But what I'm going to do is I got this little butane torch here. It's benzomatic. I burn inside here. Now you see that hard line with the paint? It will feather that away. What would a painting term be? Dry brush it away. So I'm going to burn deep in here, all around in the background. Also, I did some of the sky on the roof because I did some cuts in there. It didn't look good, so I just did some sky on the roof. Anyways, I'm rushing to get this done now. So burn all in here. You can burn around wherever you want. I'm even going to burn this sun, the moon, and do my carve infusion thing. Yeah. Burn that paint good. On the sticker. On the sticker. Okay, so see where it's darker there? That's from your dent cuts, but that's okay. It serves its purpose. It highlights everything. These mountains are a little bit too bright for me, so what I'm going to do now, sorry I'm not wearing my microphone, but what I'm going to do now is burn the mountains, then sand the high points. Maybe it'll help us get rid of that line now too. So here's the thing. Do you love it? Excuse me. No. Do you like it? Yeah. Are you satisfied? Yeah. Did you have fun? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I didn't. These are more like rolling hills, I guess. But if you guys look, the thing that bugs me the most, you can see around here. See the different shades. See how it looks like it's going in there. Because I got fed up. I'm being a hypocrite. I got fed up. I knew they weren't. I knew I didn't take enough wood away from those mountains, and to get those dents in there. Because this was a really challenging piece of wood to carve. So let's get. I don't have the proper screws to hang this silly bullshit thing on, but let's just kind of make it look like it's on there. It goes a bit higher. I don't know. This is how high it goes. Let's see. Will the friggin' coats and everything take away from the thing? I don't care. I'm not selling this piece that cheap, I tell you that much right now. I signed it on the back. Anyways, just goes to show you guys, you can get a coat rack from the dollar store that absolutely terribly sucks to carve, and carve it. Make it something better. Bring her back to life. Carve infusion. Over and out. Damn you, Dibs. I'm saying it for sure this time. Damn you.